can I say this,
Say it.
Robert Earl Dean?
Say it.
Who do we have with us today?
We are so honored to introduce to many of you and to present to you this young man who's doing it for the Lord. And he is none other than Tevis Harris. Welcome to the Wake Up Morning Show with Dr.
What's
LT.
up?
Hallelujah. Robert
What's
Earl
up?
Dean.
What's up? What's up? What's
Yes. What's up?
going
I
on?
like that. What's up?
What's happening, TH?
Hey,
Yes.
what's going on, brothers? What's going on? How you guys doing this morning? You guys sound amazing this morning.
Well. Let me tell you.
We excited.
I'm just gonna start off. This ain't a beef. This is
Because
just
we always have a beef.
This is an
This is a
observation.
blessed day. Hallelujah.
Observation. When can we come visit your house? Because
Your penthouse.
I mean, because that house right there is man. You know, I could floss that one.
We ain't got to wait. We ain't got to wait to get to heaven. We can come visit him.
Hey, listen. Hey, y'all invited anytime. Just come on. Listen, if you plan on coming to Rocky Mount, just let me know. Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Just let me know. And listen, you got a personal invitation to come here.
Well, I want to start
Wow,
off
I've never
by
heard of it, but we want to come.
Well, I have heard of it because I have an artist by the name of Reggie Codrington,
Yes.
a jazz artist that is signed to our label, and he lives in Fayetteville, North
Fayetteville.
Carolina.
That's about an hour, 50 minutes away from Rocky Mount.
I've heard
Yes,
of that one.
and so
Yep.
he gets booked in your city quite often, and so I do know that very, very well. Well, listen, now we know that you're from North Carolina. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now I do have a beef. And,
I thought you didn't have one.
Well, I do now
Oh,
because I don't know
Lord.
where he's at.
Okay, come on.
Okay, brethren, I want you to call the governor, the mayor, Mama and them, and the bishops in the area, and
Come on now.
tell them the next time that I come to North Carolina and they tell me I'm gonna have barbecue.
Oh, here we go about that barbecue thing.
And they bring me a styrofoam cup
With
of
vinegar?
chopped pork with some vinegar on it. We gonna have a beef.
Hey, listen, there's nothing like Southern cooking. North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta. Listen, the barbecue is everything here. I don't know what the world y'all got going on in other places, but North Carolina barbecue, listen, it's one of a kind now. I'm telling you.
It is.
I don't know. I don't understand what your taste buds are like. I don't know what kind of beef you got going on with
Right.
North Carolina barbecue. But listen,
All I'm saying is
in
that
North Carolina,
that
it's-
vinegar don't work for me now. If it has some red sauce on it and some spice to it,
Right.
little sweetness, we okay. We like to have our ribs with some dripping on it and not vinegar. But we're gonna let y'all have that.
Right. Because you know why y'all can sing.
Yeah, we're
Now,
gonna let y'all have that because maybe that's why their voice is so good. They got that vinegar.
vinegar-
it's like too.
And the vinegar
You
cleans
gotta
it
have
all
something
up.
to coat the voice. The vinegar helps coat the voice.
Yes, it does. It cleans it up. And anything that's in its way, it takes it out.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
It's a cleaner. It's
Yes.
a cleaner.
Now,
Sent by God.
right.
By
Now,
God to man.
now, how'd you get started in your singing?
So, man, it was actually about 2 years ago, man. I had been going, people have been telling me I should have been recording for a long
Right,
time.
right.
I heard, you know how people do say, oh, because you have a great voice, you should be recording.
You should be on
But
Sunday's Best.
God telling me that.
Mhm.
I didn't hear God telling me that. So it was about 2 years ago, man. I had been going, I'm a worship leader and a choir director as well. But I had been going to the Responsible Worship Conference by Miranda Curtis
Yes.
here in North Carolina in Raleigh. And so on the final night of the final day of the conference, Miranda prayed for every single person in the room
Wow.
as we were leaving the conference. And so when she got to me, she said to me specifically, she said, listen to me, God is about to awaken the creative inside of you, and your music will go to the nations. And she said, get ready. And of course, she prayed the house down afterwards. Man, little did I know, probably like 3 or 4 days later, one of my best friends, Mark Green, came to me and he said, Tevis, you need to get in the studio and record. But he not only just told me to do that, but he also offered his studio to me. He said, listen, you can come anytime. He said, I'll work with you on payment. He says, matter of fact, don't pay me nothing at all.
Wow.
But he paid me to his studio, man. That's how much he believed in me.
That's a blessing.
That's a whole blessing.
People don't
because
give free studio.
costs, man. Studio time costs. And I also had another friend, Ray Braswell. I don't know if you guys know him, but Ray Braswell is big in the
I've heard
industry.
him.
Yeah, he invited me to his studio too as well, and I recorded the rest of my project at his studio. But Mark Green inspired me to go into the studio, and man, that very night, God gave me a song called "Fight." It was my first single out back in 2019, called "Fight." And so from then, just been a journey, man, to create what I'm about to unleash for y'all in June.
Yeah.
June 4th, I got an upcoming concert called Keep Winning, which is going to debut my entire album.
Praise God.
But it started then. So, I gathered a couple of my family and my friends, and I said, hey, listen, I'm about to do this thing. Here's my vision. Here's what I want to do. And they joined me. They joined me, and they came and they sang in the studio. And here I am today, man, 2 years later, and I think I'm like number 22 on the charts, man.
Wow, look at God. Well, that's a blessing.
Man, God is amazing.
Yes, he is.
I'm just going to ask, could you tell that lady to move out the back of the screen? She keep walking back and forth and on your screen and getting in the picture. see, I was hoping he was going to turn around and look, but he didn't do it. Right. I thought you was going to...
No, listen, I know anybody back there, so.
Right, Casper the friendly ghost.
So tell me this. Let's start off. Okay, you told us how you got in the industry. When did you start singing for Jesus?
Man, listen, it was actually, I know this is probably everybody's testimony, but I'm like everybody else. I started singing when I was young. I think about 3, 4, or 5.
Okay, stop. Because everybody starts singing at 3 and 4. My question to you, and this how I'm gonna know it.
How you know it?
What was the song? Your first song?
Oh, you know what? Oh, Happy Day.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Oh, Happy Day.
That's a legendary song.
Listen, we sang that in the Sunset Jubilees choir.
So say that again. Say it slow because it sounded like something else.
Yeah, it was in the Sunset Jubilees choir.
Oh, Jubilees.
Jubilees. That's the accent.
Oh, he said Jubilees?
Jubilees.
Okay, I thought he said Jubilees.
No, Jubilees.
See?
Jubilees.
Okay.
Jubilees.
It's his accent.
Okay, I'm trying to get it. He from North Carolina.
Right. So did your family sing too? Because you mentioned that your family came and helped you record. Were you from like a singing family? That's usually typical for African American gospel singers.
No, actually not. My mom doesn't sing.
Mm-hmm.
Now my dad is a musician. My dad plays guitar,
Mm-hmm.
but no, actually in my family, on my mother's side, sang.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was the only one in the choir. Well, my aunts and them were in the choir, but they really couldn't sing. But they were making awful noise unto the Lord.
Right.
They was blenders.
Like him.
They were hanging in.
Like him.
They were hanging in there, y'all.
Yeah.
They were hanging in there. But I'm the only one on my mom's side that sings.
Okay, so let me and Robert throwing a little shade because he know I'm one of the best blenders in the city. You know what I'm saying? But let me say this. Were you that child? Because I think that you and Robert might have Earl Dean have like spirits.
Oh God.
Were you that child that would be singing all the time where you would have to be sent to your room because you're disturbing everybody else?
Yeah, I was that kid. I was that kid. I was hollering around the house all the time.
Me too.
Saying, "Shut up, boy."
Me too.
Go to sleep.
Me
I'm
too.
Singing in the shower. I'm singing, look, boiling a pot of oodles and noodles.
Yeah.
All right.
The singing was in him. Music was in you.
Yeah. Hey, listen, it was in me. And even when I got to elementary school, it was my music teacher who awakened that creative gift and actually got me onto a very good academic start, because she awakened that creative side of me.
Right.
It made me excel academically as well.
Right. Well, the arts are important, and studies have shown that music helps people in comas. It helps people heal in hospitals, and it's also great for kids that have autism and other things like that. So music is medicine to the soul, and it's the universal language.
Now, brother, I don't remember if I don't know if you remember way back in the day there was a play called Mama I Want to Sing.
I think I remember it.
Okay.
I don't go into it, but I think I remember hearing the name.
Okay, that was a dope play.
Desiree Coleman was one of the stars.
I think that since you and Robert got this like spirit, I need to produce a new track. Mama, let them sing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and you and Robert Earl Dean will get on there, and the hook would be, Mama, I'm singing now. Let me sing.
Jesus,
you know what I'm saying? When we get the hook here, I'll give y'all free studio time. Y'all come on in and lace it down, and we're going to really do it. But I think North Carolina, don't bring your barbecue. Bring some greens, but don't bring the barbecue. Unless, like Robin said, bring the whole hog, because ain't nothing like a big old full hog that y'all cook. You know.
They cook a
Right,
full
right,
hog?
right.
Yeah, that's what she said. A whole hog. It's nothing like it. She said.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Well, Rob, what you think?
I don't want no whole hog.
No, I'm talking about Mama let us sing.
It don't have to be called that, but we can sing together. I don't mind at all.
Y'all can sing together.
Yes, but
There
not
you go, Robert.
not that.
There you go.
Not that, doctor.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying, because every time an artist come on and there's this like spirit, I'm gonna even feature on the track, and I'm gonna be the one that said, ladies and gentlemen, shh, we got TH and Red together at last. Mama, let them sing.
Anyway, who are some of the artists you've worked with during your journey?
So I worked with Luther Barnes in the Redbud Gospel
Oh,
Choir.
yes, they can sing.
Yeah, so I sang with Luther for several years, and I'm still singing with him now. As a matter of fact, the drummer for Luther Barnes and the Sunset Jubilaires passed, Donald Barnes, and his funeral was actually today. So I'm going to be heading there after this.
Right.
But I sang with Luther and the Barnes family, Bishop F.C. Barnes. I sang with him for seven years with Barnes and. So those are the people that I grew up singing around.
Yes, and they're wonderful.
They're amazing people. They are amazing people. Luther has mentored me. Bishop Barnes mentored me. And so I had some incredible training.
Right.
So let me ask you this question. You say you're a choir director.
Yeah.
Okay. And you seem like you can be a strict choir director with a lot of fun. Can you tell me about, and you don't have to mention their name, and you only have to tell me the section they're in, but the one singer that literally increases your faith each and every day?
Oh, so that would be actually Wanda Barnes.
Okay.
Wanda Barnes.
Is that your wife, your mother, your cousin?
That's my auntie.
Okay.
That's my auntie.
Okay.
So your auntie's married into the Barnes?
My auntie is a Barnes.
What?
Uh-huh.
Now, is it Janice, the one that sings? What's her name? The one that...
Janice Barnes sang with Bishop F.C. Barnes on Rough Side of the
Rough
Mountain.
Side of the Mountain. I love her. Tell her she has a huge fan on the West Coast. I love her. That's his daughter, right? That's the daughter?
That's not. I'm climbing up on the rough side.
They're not related?
No. So Janet, they're not related at all.
But I'm asking
I'm
that.
climbing up. That's them.
Okay. So I gotta ask the question.
That's a legendary song.
I gotta ask you a question. You gotta love the commercial. You gotta love the commercial where they be like, "I'm climbing up on the rough side," and then right after, "Who in the hell left the gate open?" Have you seen that commercial?
So it's a national commercial?
Yeah.
So Pastor Barnes is getting a nice little check then.
Oh yeah. Even though he's deceased, he's probably still getting all the royalties.
Oh yeah, cause that song was that song right there, and "Who in the hell left the gate open?" The message. I tell you, they played that so much that I could almost tell you the whole commercial. But when it got to "I'm climbing up," I said, "Yes." They had some North Carolina barbecue in that song.
And
Yes, sir.
Luther,
Yes, sir.
and Luther's a legend too.
Yeah.
Luther Barnes, the son.
Yeah, he is. Luther is. So I sang with Luther for several years, been on many of his CDs and albums and things of the sort.
Wow.
I was a singer for him for several years.
Did you travel overseas? Have you guys ever been like overseas?
Yeah, with Bishop Barnes, I did. Absolutely.
Where'd you go?
We went to Africa.
What part of Africa?
I don't remember what part. I was young then. I was probably 16, 15, somewhere around there.
Wow. So
I don't remember where I was.
But
his
so you went
ministry.
to the motherland, and what did you remember? What did you see?
Well, I remember the food. That's what I
Uh-huh.
remember. I remember the food. It was some good food. I remember that. I was a little chunkier then.
Right.
So I remember food. But the people were very nice, and we were just at an amazing church. It was a huge church. But I don't remember anything other than that. I remember traveling. I remember going out of the country to Africa, and that was all I remember.
See, I don't remember
That's
the flight
awesome.
and how long it was. But let me ask you this question. Now, you're a choir director, and in the choir stand, you get to see a full view of the choir and everybody in the audience.
Uh-huh.
Tell me about the time that you was trying to hold your composure because you saw something and you couldn't hold it and just busted out laughing.
Listen, I got several of those, but here's one. I was sitting up in the choir stand one Sunday morning, and we had these foldable chairs. You know, the ones you can
Yes.
fold up.
Yes.
And man, one lady hit the floor.
Voice of Philly had one of those.
Listen,
We had one of those.
She hit the floor, man, and I did too. I sat right up under the pew in the choir stand, man, and everybody knew I was done for the rest of the service. Don't listen. Don't call me to sing. Don't call me to get up. Direct.
Right.
I'm getting in my car and I'm going home because I was done, man. Everybody know I'm a jokester, right?
Right.
So like, if I see something funny, I'm gonna make you laugh by the way I laugh, because you know I got that horse laugh.
Right.
I got that horse's laugh, man.
Yeah.
It just tears everybody else up. So listen, that's the one thing I remember. We were sitting there, and then my brother has a funny laugh too. So like he saw it, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and that was all she wrote. I was up under the pew.
Wow.
Up under the pew.
So who would be some artists that you would want to work with? Who would be on your wish list?
Oh man, listen, I want Jonathan Nelson, Donald Lawrence, Kurt Carr, Richard Smallwood, John P. Key. You know, John P. Key is right here in North Carolina too.
Right.
Hezekiah, Kurt Franklin, Todd Dulaney. I love those guys. I would love to collab with them.
Okay.
Wow, he got a good list.
So you got all this energy and
Yes, he
everything
does.
else. Are you single or are you married?
I am married. I am married with 2 kids.
2 kids. How old are your
Married with
kids?
children.
He's married with children, man. Married with children. My wife is Dr. Janae Avent Harris. And then my kid, Carson, she's 5 years old. She just turned 5 about a week ago. Saturday, by the way. She turned 5 last Saturday. And then my son, Nolan, he's 6 months, actually, yesterday.
Wow. So I was going to ask you if you could have your wife put on some cheesy grits and some biscuits and sausage. But if he's 6 months, just let her sleep. Let her sleep.
Let her rest.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and look, he's at daycare now. Well, he's at Grammy Care.
Right.
He's at Grammy now. So, you know, and she's gone to the office. So, you know, she wouldn't be cooking you anything anyway. Because usually on today, like a morning like this, we both are out. We're at, you know, I'm a school administrator. So I'm at school working, and she's at the college. She's a college professor at East Carolina University.
All right.
Wow.
So
They got a good track team.
They
got a good track team. They got a good track team.
Yeah.
So-
Some educators.
So let me ask you a question, because both Robert and I are also educators too. How do you balance off your very rigorous recording, touring schedule, a newborn basically, a young baby, and a wife that is doing her thing? How do y'all balance it?
Man, we take it day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. You know, we make it work. We try to plan as much as we possibly can. And, you know, like I said, we take it day by day, bro. It's hard. It's hard. But my wife, she's like the executive producer, man. She keeps me prayed up. She keeps praying, and, you know, and we just sit and we just have conversation about what our schedule's going to look like, who's going to do what, when. You know, we're kind of in the motion of things, in the swing of things. So there's like a flow every day to what happens and when it happens and all those things. Who takes who to school when?
Good.
Who when? You know, and of course we lean and depend on Grammy and Poppy. So, you know, Grandma and Granddaddy, they're important people in our lives as well.
That's wonderful.
Okay, here's the big one. You a school administrator. What have your children said when they found out who you was? Do you sang to them? What's going on?
No, listen. So only about a half of this is my first year. I'm a high school administrator. This is my first year at this high school that I'm at in Pine Tops, North Carolina. And so as students,
Wait a minute. Where?
In Pine Tops, North Carolina.
Pine Tops. Lord,
Pine
you
Tops.
see, in California, we got you know, different names, but Pine Tops. I keep on thinking these trees in the woods, and I'm scared.
Tevis, he has this thing with Mississippi burning and all that stuff. That's in his head.
Yeah.
Everything ain't like
It's in the history too.
He is traumatized.
Hey,
It's in the
he's
history too.
traumatized. He needs a little counseling. He needs to go.
He needs to go to counseling because I went to college in Arkansas, and I traveled all up and down Mississippi singing, and Louisiana. Nothing touched me.
Hold on. Robert Earl Dean, you went to a Waffle House.
That was in Memphis.
Where there was
Church of God in
trees.
Christ.
Where there was trees.
No trees. That was during the Church of God in Christ convocation.
So let me ask you a question. But history states that there's been some rough times in North Carolina. I'm just leaning on history and not trying to be that type of history. Can I get amen?
Yeah. Okay. Amen.
All right,
Amen.
now let's
but he
get back
needs
to
help.
Pine Top. You're there. Let's talk about the kids.
So the kids, when they find out, they're amazed, and then they want to see, they want to hear the music, and they want to see the website, and then they want an autograph, So
All right.
yeah, so I say, listen, I signed your report card, so that's that's your autograph.
No, you
And-
didn't say that.
So,
yeah, I
so,
signed your report card.
so is it a mixed school?
Autograph.
Is it a mixed school? More African American? I mean, like, what kind of school is it?
Yeah, we're very diverse. We're about 50-50.
Oh, that's good. That's
Okay.
good.
Very diverse. Yeah, we are.
All right. So if you were right now, we just went through going through the pandemic. We've gone through a great amount of social unrest, and we're still seeing new social unrest is happening with our Asian population
Jesus.
and everything like that. What is the message that you're telling to your children and to your community about how we can heal and make it better?
Well, the thing is love. We love one another. Treat everybody with respect. Be kind, and be understanding. And so that's the one thing that we definitely have to work in, especially with the social emotional learning and skills that children need today. We have to teach those character traits. We have to teach them how to work through problems, how to have conversations.
Yes.
How to deal with the issues that you have with another person. And you can only do that if you have a kind heart, if you're loving and you're seeking to understand, and so that's one of the things that we work with our children every single day on, is seeking to understand, not just to be heard, because everybody has something to say, right?
Right.
But seeking to understand someone, and not only that, but being able to empathize with the person. And working through that every day with kids, it's hard work. It's hard work because we have to start early. Research talks about starting early as when the child is in the womb, working and thinking and talking and having those conversations when kids are born, talking with them, helping them understand their emotions and how they're feeling. Because, kids only know probably like 3 emotions, happy, sad, and mad.
Right.
They only know 3. And so we have to teach them that sometimes that mad is just frustration. Or some of the other emotions that we experience. And so it's a daily thing to teach our kids to empathize with one another,
Yes.
listen to one another, to take the opportunity to try to understand someone and understand where they're coming from, to be willing to sit in their seat or be willing to feel, put your feet in their shoes,
Right.
walk out in their shoes, to understand where they're coming from. So that's a daily work that we do with kids.
That's great. That's powerful.
Now,
Powerful.
my last question to you, and it's a biggie. You ready?
I'm ready, bud.
It's Mother's Day this weekend. What you got planned?
Well, see, I don't want to tell it because my wife may be looking at this.
Oh, she might be listening.
She might be listening in
Yeah.
because I told her where I was going to be. She might be listening in,
Uh-huh.
but I have a big time plan for her. So
Okay.
Yes.
it's going to be amazing.
You gonna be
It's
like top of the world, Ma?
Might be a third child on the way.
Yeah. It's going to be it's a good time. We have a good time playing this weekend.
No. Did you just hear what he just said? He said it might be a third child on the way. Did you hear him just say that? But boy, he trying to fill your house up quick.
Right.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Right,
Amen.
right.
Amen.
Well, we just thank you because your personality is so warming and it's so southern. And we love that. So this album is out now, or the single is out, and the
single is out.
The album is coming out when? When will the whole album be out? Well, we can support
The
it.
entire Keep Winning album is dropping June 5th. So on June 4th, I'm having a Keep Winning live release concert here in Rocky Mount. Hey, listen, you guys go ahead and get your tickets. If you don't have your tickets, you can sure donate to it. Listen, go to my website and donate, the $20 or the $40 if you want VIP to the Keep Winning live release concert on June 4th here in Rocky Mount at 7 o'clock at Rise Church here in Rocky Mount. And tickets are on sale on Eventbrite.
Right.
Go to Eventbrite and type in Keep Winning. But I'm having the release concert on the 4th, and then the album comes out the very next day where people can download it, stream it, find wherever you listen to and buy music. That's exactly, where they can find the music.
Get us the flyer.
So
get us the flyer. We'll
get us the
push it.
flyer. We'll put it out there. But I'm getting ready to call you out now.
Oh Lord Jesus!
I'll buy a ticket.
Give the man.
I see what kind of spirit this is.
Yeah, praise the Lord.
Say it.
Yeah,
He's talking about we got a spirit. He got.
Yeah, praise the Lord. I'm in the spirit right now. So I'll buy a ticket if we get to have the exclusive release before the release of the album.
Or the song.
because we got
Oh, we got the single.
single, but
Right.
I want some exclusivity. Can you send us another one of the hot ones that we could drop right before?
I got you.
Okay,
see? I will.
See, you send that over to us, and you're going to see me buy that ticket. It's going to say GOD Radio 1, but no, we're going to bless you. So, again, for those people that want to support our brother now, I want to say this. We have a giving listenership. We had a brother on the other day that said he wanted to do a live concert, and the Lord said at that point, anybody who wanted to give to his ministry, he put his cash app up. The people gave a fourth of or a tenth of what he needed for his concert.
Oh my.
So, the people, when they hear your song, because we're going to play it next, and give them the information again, and they might, you might get this crowd to say, oh, I'll sow a seed because I like his sense of humor. Even though he don't know what good barbecue is, I like his sense of humor. And his laugh, I'm going to buy a ticket just for his laugh. You know what I'm saying? So give him the information one more time.
So listen, you can go to tevisharris.com/donate to give and donate to our ministry to help us out with the concert. And also, only on that night, we are giving away. We're not just receiving money, but we're also going to be giving money to a local charity called Miranda's Heart. Miranda's Heart is an amazing charity here in Rocky Mount, and she's blessing kids whose fathers have passed.
Wow.
And we're giving back to that community. A portion of the proceeds that are raised that night is going to Miranda's Heart. Again, that's tevisharris.com/donate. You can also donate to me on Cash App at Dr. Tevis. Again, that's the cash sign, Dr. Tevis. That's my Cash App. You can also find me on, Facebook. It's Tevis.Harris, and on Instagram and Twitter is I am Tevis Harris.
Right.
So please follow me, please support.
Yes.
I would appreciate it, and I pray that the song blesses you.
Yes.
And I want to remind you that no matter where you find yourself in life, no matter the situations, no matter the circumstance, no matter the setbacks, no matter the hell that you've gone through, I want you to understand that you can begin again. I don't care what nobody tells you. I don't care what it says, and I don't care what the devil said. I want you to understand that when you hear this song, I want you to get it and put it on replay and repeat and understand that you can begin again.
Amen. Right here on GOD Radio 1, Dr. Tevis Harris, the motivational speaker in favor, featuring Wanda Barnes, right here on GOD Radio 1.com.